Yep, reading a book, something. Whoa, yo, testing, mic check. Are we live?
We're live.
Oh
What's
yeah.
We
up?
are live.
We back. We've got a lot of stories because we've actually been pretty busy. And man, you guys had a lot of fun last weekend. So we'll do a little recap. Love with it. Love on the lawn. Lawn on the love. What's it called? Yeah.
Love on the lawn.
LOTL.
Yeah. We had
Yep.
some stories of someone about to flip all the tents around. And holy jeez, we'll be back. Welcome back, Sunday. Happy July. The last Sunday, right? Of the month. All right. Stand by.
No, you got one more.
Oh, one more.
The ongoing series about the life of the people touched by the love of the Pacific. Here are their stories. This is Highway 54.
Highway 54 back on the lot here. Wow, it was a crazy week actually that we had, and of course we're right smack in the middle of summer. We're not as hot as you guys out there. We're like I don't know, 89, 90.
It's about.
It's extremely humid.
Yeah, it's real humid out
You know,
here.
man. Yeah. I know like Las Vegas and Arizona and even Texas are heating like 110, 120. Woo!
I know it's
That's
like
too hot.
one in the teens in Phoenix, right?
Yeah, it's too hot. I lived there. My first duty station was in Phoenix, and it was hot, but it was just dry heat. You know, I wasn't like sweating balls or anything, but
Oh,
it was hot.
You said
Yeah,
sweating.
it's that you know when you open the oven and the fucking just heat right in your mouth and your nostrils and shit start burning. That's how hot it is in the desert, AZ. Well, welcome back, everybody. Hope you guys had a great time. I love the lawn. Let's do a little recap because you guys had a long show, man. And man, I wish I was there. And Auntie Gina was off the chain like usual.
Yes.
we had so much fun. The crazy thing was when we were starting everything. One thing that I noticed, you think about it when you're putting on an event like this. I mean, you say you want to sit back and chill and watch everything. No, that's not us anyway. We like to walk around, make sure everybody's mingling, everybody's doing fine. Is there anything that needs? Try to be as proactive as possible. But some of the comedians, we brought them down here to our nest, which you call the man cave for the Eagles and the and the Ravens rather. So
Then it can't be a man cave; it's a fan cave. Am I correct?
So we brought them down here. We got stand-up video games, and we were just chopping it up or whatever. And then, of course, get them some drinks or whatever from the back, and show them the bottle of Mad Dog. That was inspirational.
Ooh, wow.
So just to get a laugh down here, to kind of break the ice, to show them that okay, what we have in our home is for you to feel comfortable, that you don't have to feel tension or anything like that too. So completely. I just saw that a couple seconds ago. That's dope.
Yeah, Auntie Gina with Marion. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah. So we just to break the ice pretty much, and then they went out there on the stage and was mingling with everybody and selling merchandise too. And then later on, we had a food truck come through that was selling some bomb food, and I mean, it was just a peaceful event. Of course, this. I mean, it wasn't like anybody was throwing hands or nothing like that, but and as usual, I mean, not to brag or nothing like that, but we know some goons that was on standby, so it is what it is. But,
oh yeah, goons on standby.
Goon squad on standby, but it didn't even have to come to that. But
yeah, everybody was so it was so harmonious, and so it was a really nice event. But I mean, I don't want to really blow our whistle or toot our own horns, but it's been like that every time we have an event here. Every time we've had an event, it's been great chemistry and just great people, and everybody was so helpful and so, friendly and so real. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a fake type of "I'm gonna help you." Be like, "Yeah, what can I get for you?" Not like, "Hey, excuse me, can I just?" It was really like everybody was chill.
It was dope, and even some of the guests were like, "Hey, man, y'all need some help with something?"
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. In the house. I mean, it was just it was an intimate setting, which was kind of dope, which is something we want to do every year. But we need to work out the logistics on that and stuff like that too, because you just can't let every spirit into your house.
Yes.
But at the same time, you want everybody to feel comfortable, and you want the comfort level to be as high as it was last weekend too.
Yeah, because you don't know who's gonna go in your bathroom and blow it up. So you need a porta potty.
We had porta potty outside.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it was a nice porta potty too. It was the one that it flushed. You could wash your hands. It wasn't like the porta potty.
Oh, those nice ones. Oh, okay.
You step on a little squeeze ball or whatever, and soap comes out or the water comes out.
Yeah.
Too.
Nice. So it turned out so. But it's crazy because at first, we were comfortable enough to let people into our space. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't feel some type of way about it. It wasn't like we went to bed that night and was like, looking over our shoulder or anything like that. So it was very it was nice.
So how many comedians did you guys have?
I think it was 6. It was
6 comedians. Okay.
I think it was Michelle, it was Mike, it was T Gray, a bus driver, OC, Derek Reed, Chuck Best, and then there was another guy, charge it to my head, not to my heart, but from Chicago. I need to find out what his name was.
Right.
So it was 6.
So these are all friends of Auntie Gina?
Yes, they are.
Nice. And this is like the first thing they've ever done before, or is this something like they do often?
A couple of them are veteran comedians. Like
they are established.
They're established. They're actually popping. They're actually blue checked. You know what I mean? Not just not the paid for blue check that when everybody was getting blue check. It was before then. Like for instance, Derek Reed, he's doing a LL Cool J thing coming up. He's supposed to LL Cool J. He asked us to come there, but we're gonna be in Vegas that weekend.
Yeah.
Michelle and Brooklyn Mike, they're actually doing something right now. Mothers know best, fathers know less, or something like that. Yeah. And then they're but he's a writer for Chris Rock.
Nice.
Yeah. So
they're on strike right now, right? SAG.
I'm not.
Most of the actors.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, these comedians, I mean, they constantly stay busy. They're doing their thing, and they came out and didn't charge us anything. I mean, they did this. it was like the least we could do was feed them and get them something to drink.
Yeah, because they drove down from New York. This was no like they were around the corner type shit. This is like a 5-hour drive that they took coming here, paying for their own hotels and all that other kind of stuff. So I mean, it was definitely like an honor to actually
have them perform. Yeah, have them perform and
then to like hear like the feedback from it where they want to do it again next year, like with more comedians and other names that I'm not going to name until they get here.
Ooh, hey, nice. Well, it's kind of like during COVID time, or even like stories of like Dave Chappelle, like really like randomly just like showing up, like, hey man, can I do a set? At any stand-up clubs or even a restaurant, and just kind of work through their material. So they're probably going through that kind of of how do you say practice, and say, look, I'm going to be in a safe space, I'm going to work on my material, like-minded people, and then you know what, that worked, and then they take notes and they take it back to the big big clubs.
Or even do listening parties for different established musicians or something like that, artists and stuff like that happen.
Oh yeah, and then just getting feedback, getting honest feedback from people that just don't usually go to clubs, but now they are, because they're right there. So,
but at the same time, they forget a level of privacy, because being in the spotlight, that's the first thing you lose is privacy, and you don't have to worry about, especially being out here where we are in the sticks. You don't have to worry about a lot of paparazzi or anything like that. People just popping up on you and just putting cameras in your face, or trying to egg you to do something to where they can go viral at your expense and stuff like that. I mean, that doesn't happen.
Yeah. And I think we lose that level of intimacy too, and with the artists and the audience, and it's non-commercial. It's like just really like your people, the people that are interested in your vibe, and like I said, it's a great way for them to practice new material.
And then like
no judgment.
Right. And then like too, like our friend Lonzo, he actually he DJ'd. And he DJ'd a little, back in the day, not like not like at your level, like DJing or whatever, but it was a nice chance for him to like showcase,
practice,
do more, get back to his love of his music and stuff like that. So you could tell he was really in his element, and he was feeling it and having fun, and he did a great job too.
And then the cool thing about it was, in Maryland, in the DMV area, I mean, it's like a friendly rivalry between
and Baltimore, because we played the Baltimore music and we played the DC music and stuff. Yeah.
And you'd be surprised how people be talking stuff, but then they come down to it, everybody's dancing and doing their own thing and just vibing. And then later on, they'd be like, hey, man, okay, you did your thing. I ain't mad at you. Okay, Southeast, I ain't mad at you.
But you know what?
It's fun though.
Think, know what I think is so daggone sexy is the fact that my husband can groove off of just about anything, and I love to see him dance. Man, he was getting it.
He was getting it, especially on the
not to put myself out there, but you know what I'm saying, once you drink for all those people out there that don't know, you drink you a cup and a half of collard green juice, and you can do anything.
Yeah, don't do that, y'all.
Collard green juice.
Do not try that shit at home.
You just need you a cup and a half of collard green juice.
I like collard greens, but
no,
bacon,
collard green juice.
That's
little ham hock on there. Yeah.
Add some oil to me.
No, but he be getting it though. I be like hating a little bit. I be like, wait a minute, hold up. Like, wait, hold on. How you do
that? Yeah, that's when I was doing the.
So you're part of you're like the 5 seasons.
Yeah, he's
4 seasons.
Hey,
you're the 5th season.
There you go.
5th seasoning. Oh yeah, because we actually Carla was cooking and putting shit in all of the food. Everybody's like, man, that's good as hell. Yeah, I put some shit in it.
Yeah, y'all see that? I put good shit in there. I put special shit. Y'all see that?
You put some MSG in that motherfucker. Like, oh damn. Ooh.
You didn't see my seasonings, Floyd?
No, I haven't yet.
Man, she literally.
We have to go and get the seasonings.
Yeah, you can shake it up.
We go to break. We'll get the seasonings for it.
Yeah,
it's good.
You said when we got to break. When do we got to break?
Whenever we do a segment, we have a quick second.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, when we start on breaks.
So end of it all, love on the lawn was a success. Good vibes. Lots of drinks. Products. I saw you guys had some people selling products, and you had a food truck, right? Was there a food truck out there?
Right. And he was on the beginning of last week's show as well, and we talked about how he got started, the different pitfalls that he had to maneuver around and stuff like that. Something delicious.
Nice.
He's been having his business.
No, baby, it's something delicious.
Something delicious.
Thing, like with the
got a twang to it.
Something.
Yeah. Food was good.
Well, I popped up. Hold on. What's going on?
Man down.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's my wife trying to call me right now, right in the middle of my show.
Well, what time
I should pop her on. Hey, what's going on?
All right. How you doing, Big Bad B?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, love. She's coming here September 22nd. Finally, her first time in America, and
really? First time?
Get her paperwork's done. Yeah, her very first time. So ID.
Good question. You gonna get her some In-N-Out burger?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you come from Japan and you can come here, and I'm gonna get her fattened up. I mean, I guess if she wants In-N-Out burger, she can.
You out when you were down there.
Not on the menu.
Yeah, it's heavy. American food is heavy as shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So. Like, but I feel like when coming here, she's taking a step down in food because Japan's like Asian cuisine. That is there's nothing like it.
Yeah, you can eat a lot of Asian cuisine and like you're full, but an hour later you're hungry again. You know what I'm saying? It's filling versus like, oh my god, I just ate a whole Five Guy burger. You know?
Yeah,
and fries.
I mean, Coco's can get kind of heavy, but the portions that they have is satisfying, and I just love Japanese food.
I sure do. All of it. Well, we've got some at least two stories today. One is I actually just start reading it today. Carly Russell. Oh man. It's a whole hot mess we're going to talk about. But also, there is a lady. She is her name is Kimberly E, and she's I guess a love matchmaker, and she has her top 3 qualities that women desire. So she helps women find the right men according to the qualities of their needs, and you're going to be surprised of what is on top versus what's on the bottom. So stand by.
Hey, initially, thank you for joining.
Hey, but around TikTok and Instagram, you see these people have these different podcasts, and there's one I won't really mention because I don't want to promote them as much, but unrealistic dating expectations of women that have for men. And it goes back a couple months ago when we talked about the passport boys or passport men, whatever, and why they're leaving the US to find their significant other or are dating outside of the country.
Right.
And it's because of these freaking unrealistic dating expectations. So Kimberly E, she had a podcast a while ago. I think it was sent by, I think it was Anthony or Carla, about the 3 top things that in her practice that is important. It was money, obviously, education, and height. But she's saying that all these women, for the most part, believe that height is more important than money. And guess what their height requirement is?
6 foot.
6'2" and above.
6'2".
Yeah.
Oh.
She says height is more important than money. If they're not at least 6'2", everything else washes out. Even if there was money and they're a good education, if they weren't at least 6 foot, 6'2", then they won't even entertain it.
Selective breeding. I mean,
but at the same time, I mean, how? Hold on. Y'all, of course, y'all know I got questions, right? So, how do you know that from if somebody wanted to find a mate or whatever from a sperm bank, or say if they just wanted the child's seed or something like that. Do they have that specification?
They're talking about dating, actual dating.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying though. So if they do that for somebody who really wants a child from that situation, are they? I mean, do they get that specific when it comes to somebody being officially 6'2" or whatever? Because them being that height, them being with somebody, and then they want to, I guess, have a kid with them later or whatever. You know, sometimes those genetics skip a generation. They might end up still. The dad is 6'2", but they take after your uncle that's 5'4". I mean, so this is still superficial either way.
I mean, they could be looking for the sense of protection or having that that father, like they have that child complex where they feel like they want to feel small, feel protected by somebody else. So they might
6'2" can't fight though.
It doesn't matter. Like it just they home and they hold them.
What's happening?
Hey, Shaquana.
We can get her on. We can invite her.
You want to come on? Because Floyd was asking about you earlier, and he said, and I told him that you were live right now. So he asked about you coming on. Yeah. And I think that you would be great in this conversation here.
We need quite a few points of view on this.
Female points of view.
Yes.
Yeah. Just shot you the link. I just shot you the link on Instagram, so check it out. But yeah, the topic is really women want height over money, and if men don't at least meet that requirement of height, everything else washes out. So,
okay.
My thing is, remember a couple of years ago that Chili had a list of demands for the man that she wanted to date too, and I think
Chili who
from TLC.
From TLC, yeah, she had a list that she put out there. She wanted specifically in a man. I don't think it quite worked out.
What was the who's she dating now? She's dating this guy now. I can't remember who it is. I think he's a celeb or something like that.
But I'm not
T-Boss or Chili?
T-Boss. I'm Chili. I'm not understanding what height has to do with anything else.
I know. I'm assuming if you see these women who are saying that requirement, they're like 5'1", 4'11", 5'2". I mean, I guess it's maybe Anthony's like nature, kind of like protection. They want the men to be manly. 6'2" is manly to them.
She's dating what's his name? Matthew Lawrence. That's what she's dating.
Oh, Matthew Lawrence.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Hey, y'all.
The one and only.
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. What's happening?
That's good. That's good.
How do you feel about the height of a man? Like you're dating?
Man, every man is taller than me. I'm 4'8".
Emotional, damn it. Even shorter women like make these things where they'll say, no, I need to have a man that's at least 6 such and such. I'm like, all right, 5 foot.
Man, if you 5 feet, I'm good. As long as you're not my height, which is 4'8". I'm not trying to look eye to eye with you. I just want to look at you just up a little bit. Just a little bit. Not breaking my neck, but
Now, do they have to be muscular too, though? They gotta come with the muscles. You know what I'm saying? They gotta
get have to come with muscles.
Dad body, muscle.
You gotta be fit. I'm gonna say it like that. You gotta be fit. You gotta be in shape because it's gonna motivate me to stay in shape.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he can't look like dripping ice cream, huh?
Yeah.
You're big enough.
Well, here's a survey: unrealistic dating expectations. Here, so here's maybe a top 5 here. They want them to do manly tasks. I don't know what manly task is. Build shit, fix stuff.
No, but
be a plumber.
But the equality
is a manly task.
Yeah, equality says that a woman can do anything a man do. So there's no
change. They can change a tire, probably.
I mean, yeah. If we're in a car together and the tire blow out, I'm gonna need for you to know how to change that tire because I can't do it.
Word, yeah. I mean, same here. I'm not gonna even try to do it.
But according to man law, that shouldn't be a question anyway.
Right.
But
you got some men that don't know how to change a tire. I'm like, what the hell?
I know some men my age don't even know where a stamp goes on the envelope.
I mean, you know, but you also got men that don't know how to change their drawers. So
you know what? Don't do that.
Yeah, but seriously, like, how long you had them joints on, bro?
Man, you got some
they don't
they draws and they got skin.
Yeah, because they don't wash their ass in the shower. They do not wash their ass in the shower.
Wash your ass.
I will push you in the shower and pray to God I didn't kill you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
They think the what do you call it, the Kleenex, the paper rolls as the only thing they need to wash their ass. No, bro,
stop fronting.
You gotta get in there, man.
Open water.
Open water.
Open water. Because them baby wipes ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That's the baby wipes is to tie you over until you get to the shower. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You don't, say, yeah, I use baby wipes and that's it. Like, boy, if you don't,
well, baby wipes can help.
Okay, we don't talk.
It helps, but
we don't talk about this from a male's perspective. You know how y'all tell a lady that she's not supposed to wipe back to front, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some men do that. Back to front. I'm gonna put it out there. Some dudes, y'all wiping back to front, but you still don't wash underneath your balls.
Wash your balls. Ooh.
What we doing here?
I don't know, man.
Wasn't that comedian from Saturday Night Live was talking about that? To wash the balls. The tall lady with the mohawk.
If I ever on this side of heaven ever get with a dude and his balls is musty, I'm gonna talk about you.
Okay.
Well, apparently not just musky. It smells like shit. That's what it's probably smells
like. There you go. If I pick up your nuts and I see Dookie, I'm taking a picture first of all. Okay. I'm taking a picture and putting it on social media.
You're like, yeah, baby, hold it right there.
There you go.
You got some dingleberries on your balls. Like, holy shit.
There you go. I'm the wrong person to let see that. I promise you. I talk about you. I'm sorry. So don't let me say that.
Yeah. Oh, do we lose her?
No.
Damn. So one of the other unrealistic, of course, to talk about money. They asked a few women out there, a lot of women actually, what is their ideal salary for a man to date you? And they said 6 figures. And some people are saying $500,000. Like $500,000 to date you? What is the percentage of men in America that does 6 figures or even $500,000?
Okay, I feel like this, ladies. If you want a man with a certain salary, your salary need to be just as equal to his salary. If y'all got the same salary, please don't complain. Like, why would you want a 6-figure man and you barely making 6 figures? That makes no sense. Yeah. If your salary is 6 figures, then I get it. But if your salary is not 6 figures, now y'all both need to be equally yoked.
And I had gotten to the point. Yeah, exactly. I had gotten to the point where I was just like, I need to have somebody doing me or better. That's where I had gotten to. And I was just like, just single. Yeah. Single, like, because.
The same or better?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, he had to be doing I was or better. After so, just dating and like, dude, really, like I'm dating a broke. You're not even fun, you're not fun, and then you broke too. So you gotta pick a struggle, nigga. So anyway, like. Anyway, to God be the glory, because this nigga right here.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they say it's about 28% of American men earn 100,000 a year.
100,000 a year. Okay.
So that's about 30% of American men available.
Do they break it down racial makeup too, or no?
No, they didn't say.
Why would they?
He made more than I made.
It's a round number that he just randomly came up with 100K. I mean, like,
$100K a year.
figure. Everybody says six figures and say, "Oh, I make six figures or six figures." That, like for real, you're such a basic person at this point when it comes to six figures because, like, when you take away taxes, you take away your retirement, you take away so many different
Health
things.
insurance,
Yeah,
life
health insurance.
Disability.
Yeah. I
It is
mean,
not six figures at all. You gotta actually make sure
yeah,
no
a
streams of
hundred, yeah, 100,000 is not 100,000 20 years ago.
No, it's not.
it's not.
No, it's not.
When people
That's
say that, I'd be like, okay, and what?
yeah. So it says here, Wikipedia, 9.4% of Black American men earn more than 100,000 a year.
You said 9%.
9.4.
9.4%.
Damn.
Whew.
So what's the
Okay.
dating? What's the dating chances pool of getting a single black man who makes 100K a year plus?
Wow. And you know
Well,
what? That's not a single black man though. Is that just
Oh
overall?
yeah, it's probably all black men probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
So even smaller for a single black man.
Right.
How you feel
yeah.
about that, Wallet? That's
Oh, I feel about it. I mean, it's my job to help people to get more. So it's a plenty opportunity. Hey, why not?
Right.
That's why I look at it. That's not a problem. It's the opportunity right now.
what I'm saying. Isn't that like that sounds about right, huh? It's not unbelievable that there's
Coach Anthony,
9% of the black.
Coach Anthony, you're like, okay, if y'all willing to listen, I can get you there.
Well,
Right,
it's to
right.
listen, but also take action. And one of the things that a lot of people don't like to do is continue that action or take the action that's necessary. Because I mean, we all got things that we want to do, but are we going to do the necessary actions or necessary steps to get there? Like, hey, get these 6-pack abs that I'm trying to get back to. I mean, I know I got to eat right, but I also got to move. So it's like, do I feel like eating right? No, but
But do I gotta eat right?
but I got to eat right if I want it.
I'm starting tomorrow.
But
That girl said, I'm starting tomorrow.
you
And
just
she
start-
drank.
Exactly.
Oh my God. But
He made me do it.
I mean, I feel like this. I'm broke as a joke, y'all. I'm a comedian, so y'all know comedians don't make a lot of money. But in the meantime, if I'm not on that stage, I'm trying to create stuff. I'm trying to constantly come up with ideas of stuff that I can do that's gonna make me some money. And even with our money, we try to come up with all type of skits. Like it's some skits that I want to do that I know if I do them, I got to practice and not break during them skits. Because y'all, like y'all saw last time, he said he gonna make me laugh. And I got to work real hard because it's different ways to make money legally. Right. And if you if you hone your craft and continue to study in the field that you're in, you're gonna always make money. But if you're not willing to do the work, what's the point of being a doctor, being a lawyer, being a nurse, being a comedian, singer, if you're not putting in the work? And then you want somebody to take care of you. That's not cool. That's to me, that's crazy that you and this is just me talking as a female. Me as a female, I want to be equally yoked when it comes to finances with a man. I don't want that man to feel like every time we go on a date, he got to always pay. I can pay sometimes. And I don't want him to feel like, well, she's paying for the date. She's trying to, emasculate me. No. If it's my idea to go on the date, I'm going to pay for the date. If it's your ideal, you pay for the date. But we got to be evenly yoked. And I know some females that don't want a job, that just want to sit at home and watch a man struggle. And she just don't have to do anything. And I'm like, that's not cool. That's not right. You need to get a job. You need to get up and help this man. Because what if this man ends up getting hurt on the job? He can no longer work. What y'all gonna do?
Right. Yes, exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Right. And that's something that I share with, even like the younger women. I mean, I think older women need to hear that shit too. But younger women too. It's just like have your own identity first. Build yourself first. You know,
Thank
make
you.
sure that you're solid, so nobody else can like rip you down, and all that other kind of stuff. Have your own shit first.
Right.
But that is true what Keith Francis said.
Big shout out to Keith Francis, big brother Keith Francis. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming through, bro.
yeah. When he was talking, when he said the potential as to what they could make, and that's the situation with us. With,
Right.
he'll tell you, with us when we first met or whatever. He'll say, I ain't make shit. But it wasn't about that. But I saw the potential, you know what I mean? I saw the, things,
Right.
in him.
You saw
And
his
Right.
it
ambition.
was this
So you look like D3. You look like $100,000
it wasn't
brother.
even like that. It was just like he wasn't giving himself enough credit. You know?
Uh,
Yeah. And
yeah,
it was more like, it wasn't even a huge push. It was like a nudge, like, go ahead.
yeah.
Then all of a sudden I was like, wait, hold up.
So do you guys kind of do you blame the passport boys or passport men going outside of America? Because I'm assuming it's not just America, mainly America, where they have these unrealistic goals of their potential, whatever. And then who's the guy that passed away? I don't even try to say the name.
Kevin
That,
Samuels.
what,
Kevin
Yeah,
what's his
That
name?
was his
that's
mom.
dumbass.
Yeah, where he had these ladies tell him the problems and all that, and he'd be asking like, "How many kids do you have? 4. How old are you? 40." But and these are the girls are asking or women asking for these unrealistic, requirements: 6'2", $500,000, no kids. Like, what the hell? You got 3 kids and you're
I would
40
think
years old.
that the passport brother people that are going over there and stuff like that, I feel like I feel like they throwbacks. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we probably didn't want them, so they gotta go. You know what I mean? I feel like the black guys or whatever that really, if you're gonna go that hard, you probably got a little dick or something. It's something wrong, and then that's why you can't
I
hit.
don't know, man, because
Maybe you can't hit walls. I don't know. Like,
I'm gonna tell you what. So I've been out of dating pool, but I can hear the stories from my airmans and my coworkers. I think American really independent or American women today are emotionally draining.
mhm.
Does that make sense? There's a very, very few women out there are very family oriented, very career oriented.
Very few women that are
I
famous.
say, yeah, and so these guys, maybe in their early 20s, that was cool to go dating, but at the end of all, when you're 25, 26, and you've been partying since you're 18 years old, it gets tiring. It gets emotionally tired, and by that time, like, you know what, I need to go out of the country and find me another.
But then at the same time, my thing is, I mean, if somebody wants to go out of the country, that's fine. Do what you got to do, but you don't sit back and bash other people because of your own experiences. That's bullshit in itself. Just because I went through something with somebody doesn't mean that the norm is that circumstance. It don't work like that.
Mhm.
You can't generalize everything like that. But at the same time, on the flip side, those same people that are asking for a man to be 6'2", you need $100,000 in the bank, and you doing your thing or whatever. Okay, what are you bringing to the table?
Right.
So, and if you're not bringing nothing to the table, you better damn sure own the building. That's what you do. You gotta have something. Make it work. That's what you do. And what I loved about her was the fact that if she wanted to pay for something, that's fine. But I wasn't going to expect her to. That was just me. She has means, but me being a man, I was like, okay, well, I got both legs, both hands. I can go out there and work. I can do my thing. But I got also got creativity that needs to be fed too. So I can do that, and I can turn that creativity into something that's profitable. So I'm not going to say I'm grinding, because if you think about it, the definition behind grinding is being able to go against something and have friction to wear you down. I'm not wearing down. I'm actually shining. So I'm not grinding. I'm actually polishing myself.
So what if the guy is a TikToker and he does those AI stuff?
If it pays, do your thing, man.
Yum, ice cream.
What other people do ain't my business. Think about it. You remember that dude that was on Instagram? That all he did was just go,
yeah, he just made like faces and stuff like that. Yeah.
There's a guy on TikTok, 1 hour of work, $20,000.
And
I need to do that.
You know what
Doing this.
Producing music was the fact that you remember the Nike commercial that came out, and all you heard was just shoes squeaking against the floor.
Yeah.
You find out that was a black guy that did that, and for 30 seconds he made $500,000 for 30 seconds. I'm like, I need a piece of that.
I'm in the wrong.
And every time it played on TV, he got through Nike.
Man,
I like
let
that.
me find some shoes and try to squeak my feet off the floor.
Thank you. You gotta try to be a rapper. No, I won't be a rapper. You ain't gotta say nothing on the music. I'm just
All right. About when it comes to finance, it's really just a strategy deal. Everybody everybody will pay for something different. You gotta be a rich man, and that's how they work.
Cool. So can we unpack this Carly thing though for real?
All right, unrealistic women out there, please know your worth, but man, bring something to the table. Don't be highly expecting these people,
and not just appetizers to the table.
Yeah, short people got big dicks too, man. Come on. I'm not speaking for myself. I'm just saying.
We know that. We already heard about you. No, I'm just playing.
Let's unpack this because there's a couple updates. Carly Russell. Do you guys know about that? So let me give you a little bit of the basics here. If you guys don't know, I just read this morning. Carla just kind of
I can't believe he did not know about it.
I didn't know, man. Carly Russell, a 25-year-old black nursing student, went missing from a highway in Hoover, Alabama on July 13th. She had called 911 to report a child wandering alone on the side of the road before disappearing. Russell's disappearance went viral on social media platforms, and fears of human trafficking and abduction might have been in play. 49 hours later, she went missing. She returned to her family home, leaving many questions. And this is where it kind of, all these little details start coming out. So, where is it? The 911 call, when she called 911, the police arrived on the scene only a few minutes later, like literally like maybe 5-10 minutes. They found a wig. What else?
Cell phone.
Yeah, cell phone and a makeup person. Yeah, so but the wig, and everybody's saying that wig was very expensive wig. So she said and so all this forensic, her phone, her social media, the time of her text, things she was saying beforehand, things she was saying afterwards. Basically, at the end of the day, people have all these questions because she was saying something like she was kidnapped by a man with orange hair.
That's a lot of people.
Oh yeah, they were saying that was Ronald McDonald or something like that. but what get me too about the when they showed the picture of her and everything, and people was like, that ain't even who we looking for if she missing a wig or whatever. She up there looking like Sam, Nettie and Sealy. Like that ain't even who we looking for. Like she don't have on her wig, so we looking for some straight backs or something. We looking for like Cleo from Set It Off. You go.
Because when I first heard the story, I took it seriously because it was like at the very beginning of the story. And then as it kept going, I was like, what? A baby? Who in the hell gonna stop for a baby in the middle of the... I would call 911 like, look, it's a baby on the road. And y'all need to come get this baby. I'm not gonna stop.
In Alabama.
And I'm from Alabama. Ain't no way in hell I'm stopping.
Ah, okay. I was thinking
I wish the hell I would.
Yeah.
I'd be kidnapped for real.
So one of the things, when she returned home, she said she claimed she was abducted by a man with orange hair, but she went on foot at her parents' home with $107 tucked in her right socks.
That was the money that was.
He paid her cheeses too. Did he paint her nails and something like that? It was like some crazy shit. Like her abductor.
She went to Target.
Yeah.
She went to Target and got some snacks. The hell you do that for? Oh my god!
I mean, she decided like Target got better snacks than Walmart. So he's showing you now, Floyd, the shit that we put in the food.
No, I'm talking about bullshit.
Ooh, ooh. That's good.
Man.
Well, the comments are crazy. One comment is saying, one thing you don't mess with, black women are very important to them. Their children, money, and their hair.
Thank you.
So who comes home, or who goes home in the car and takes off their wig?
Right. I mean, and especially if it was an expensive wig like that, you're gonna take like real like good care of it or whatever. And I mean, like I took it so serious too, but then something was a little fishy.
Right.
But I couldn't put my finger on it.
I can't lie. When it comes to social media and news and stuff like that too, there's a lot of stuff that I just like. I don't want that negativity to empty into me. But at the same time, because you think about it, years ago, you had a lot of school age girls in Africa that turned up missing and stuff like that too. So I'm like, okay, I'm cautiously optimistic that they're safe, even though it doesn't happen all the time. More stuff. She was found. Like, okay, she was found. That's good news, right?
Right.
Or is it? So you're like, man, now you got all these people out here who actually go through things that are being kidnapped and stuff going on with them, and just turn up. Just like, I mean, and the media just glazes over it. Like people that are like the guy. I guess it was earlier this year that was they found him hung in the back of his truck. He was kidnapped, hung in the back of his truck that he worked at. I mean, so just stuff like that, the repercussions behind it, or just the fact that people are looking for attention to where they would do something stupid like this. It just pisses me off all the way around.
And then my thing is, you got your boyfriend, you got your mother and your father worried about you. Like, like what was going through her mind to make her just completely erase these three people out of her brain and go along with this hoax? Like,
did she feel sorry for her?
I'm not saying it was.
What was her motive? Like, did she get in an argument with her boyfriend? Right. Somebody had said that one time, but I don't know. But man, she probably didn't think that it was going to blow up the way it did. Because you know what? When black women are missing, do you know how many black women? And Google that. Look at how many black women are missing girls and teens.
Never found.
Never found. Exactly. So they weren't taking us serious before.
Right.
And now it's just
like, not gonna take us seriously.
Right. And they probably this was bullshit, and they probably like put it in the forefront, like, okay, well, you see how they be acting. See, I don't.
So as you know, forensic and she left her phone, and so they, within that 48 hours, they're looking through social media, they're looking at her cell phone records, they can look at what you're Googling and shit like that. And get this. So Russell looked up the movie Taken before disappearing.
Yep.
Emotional, damn it.
Her daddy gonna come to get her.
I still don't understand what was the point. I mean, what are you that thirsty for views, likes? What I mean, I don't understand. What were you looking to gain, and why did you take what?
She going to jail?
2 to 3 days. I mean, what exactly?
She's definitely going to jail. She's definitely going to jail.
Right, and if she don't go to jail, she needs some deep rooted counseling. Because, like, from what I've been hearing, she did it to get her boyfriend's attention. If you want your man's attention that bad, get naked and walk in front of the TV.
Right.
Get naked with a game controller in your hand.
You do that, but don't sit there and plan a whole just elaborate story because that just like for me. Last year when I went to go do comedy with Armani, my first time getting on stage, it could have been me got kidnapped. You see what I'm saying? And last year they was in Atlanta, they was kidnapping women, black women only, raping them, and then they come up missing. I mean, reappear, rapes and murder. That could have been me. So I'm like, you got victims out here, and you playing games.
Yeah. You don't and tug on somebody's heartstrings just because you some kind of
and people asking for their prayers back. First of all, y'all, you can't get your prayers back. You can't get your prayers back because you gave them out of the kindness of your heart. So just forget about that.
They must not understand that prayers is not for God. That's for you.
Yeah, she could be like thinking like, hey, I want some GoFundMe. This is heartfelt. I need to recover. Well, she got fired.
Was shady though, because her parents were shady. I'm like, y'all condoning this bullshit talking about, well, you got to think about her mental health. And no we don't either. And they were like making like all these excuses. And then her boyfriend's asking to stop, stop bullying her.
Bullying her, yeah.
How about y'all just stay off the internet because the people don't know about this. So what y'all need to do is just put your phones up and do something else with your life.
Yeah.
I don't. Me personally, I'm upset with the fact of what she did, but I'm looking deeper into her mental state. She needs because she's not gonna and when she goes to prison, she's not gonna get the help that she needs.
No,
she's not.
I don't want her to go to jail, though. I don't want her to go to jail, but she's going to jail. But I don't want her to go to jail.
Right. Yeah, I don't want her to go to prison because if she goes to prison, she's not gonna get the mental help that she needs. So she needs.
Juicy didn't go to jail.
Huh?
What's his name? Juicy.
Juicy.
Oh, yeah.
Jesse.
Jesse Smollett. Juicy. Yeah.
Juicy Smollett.
This man said juicy. Goddamn.
That's how you spell it. Juicy, right?
Remember, it's Jussie, but that's what they called him, Juicy Smollett.
Yeah,
yeah.
It smelled like Juicy Smollett. That's what it smelled like.
I hate it here.
Full of juicy.
I hate it here.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh man.
But yeah, she needs counseling, because I said, if she goes to prison, she's not gonna get it. And let's just say they give her 10 years, she serves 5. She's gonna come out worse than what she did when she went in.
Right,
so
maybe like 30 days in county jail and
no, I don't think
probation.
No, because that's too easy. It's too easy to lock up people of color. So no, I don't think she should. I don't think she should get any time. If Emmett Till's, if the accuser of Emmett Till didn't get time, then she shouldn't get no time.
I think she should get mandatory
community service.
Yeah,
appointed therapy because they do that all the time. Yeah, they do that constantly.
She probably, I could see her being an inpatient facility for like 30 days and stuff like that. That would be, like, that seems like that would be a better thing because wow, all those resources of looking for you when there's really actually missing.
Right.
You just show up, and then they showed a ring cam where she was walking back up the street in her neighborhood, and her neighbor's ring cam caught it where she was walking calm, and then when she got closer to her house, she started acting like screaming and stuff like that. So I'm like, that's what. Like,
we have too many private investigators out there. We've got the Facebook private investigators. We got the Instagram private investigators. We look at everything. We smell it. So I want to say it's false. She tried to earn sympathy, get some empathy, get me a GoFundMe, extra $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 for whatever. Right? So
my thing is this: if you want some attention, say something about Beyonce. The high on you.
No.
I swear to.
Am I lying?
Mm-hmm.
Am I lying?
So Shaquana, have you heard? What about the cis thing? Have you heard that we're cis people now?
Yeah,
you heard that, right?
She heard. That's why she fell back like that.
Like the cis women. Like who the fuck?
Aren't you always cis women?
Huh?
That's not like we cis male. Like.
No, but I don't like that. I'm a woman. Period.
I don't have no.
I'm a naturally born female. I bleed once a month. I got natural boobs, natural booty, natural hips, natural thighs. You trying to have surgery to get what I got to look like me. And you, I don't care what you do, you will never ever look like a real woman. No disrespect to the community, but I feel like some of the people in the community are making everybody in that community look bad. And you got some bad apples in the LGBTQ plus community that's making the community look bad. And the ones that's trying to educate us need to sit the ones down that's messing the community up for them, making them look bad. Cause it's not everybody.
It's not.
It's a few apples.
The cisgender, just by definition, is just a term to describe a person whose gender identity corresponds with the sex that they were born with. So it's not nothing wrong with using cis. It just kind of just to distinguish it. You're not.
No, she used the. If you heard the video, she used that shit like, that one lady. She used
That's a dude.
It was a transgender person.
Okay, but he identifies. But I'm just saying though, like, I don't have to get my walls built.
He's a boy.
But
transgenders have been around for centuries, thousands of years.
Yeah.
Every country have them. I grew up around them. We know uncles, we know aunties, we know, they in some form. Homosexuality has been around for years, from the Roman times or Africa. It's always been around. My problem with transgenders is that they're pushing it forward and confusing everybody.
Right.
Even transgenders who are on the side of science and morality, like, dude, you guys are confusing a lot of people. I am just a biological woman who became a man. But I'm a transgender, hence the word transgender, because you were born a different sex.
Right.
And you choose now to live as a man or woman. There's nothing confusing about that.
You're not considered a cis. Yeah, you're not considered a cis.
But listen, Flame said last night on her live, she said, you can't outwoman a woman. You can't outwoman a woman that was born a woman. You can't.
Why argue with another woman about being a woman when you're a transgender?
How are you going to have an attitude about somebody about them bleeding once a month? Yeah, when you've never experienced it yourself because you technically don't have the right plumbing.
Yeah, because the transgender, the girl was saying, like, it doesn't belong to only women or to you. I'm like, yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Yes, it do. Now, and I said this, and somebody got mad with me. I said, if a transgender woman want to bleed so bad, they need to make it well when they do the transition.
Yeah,
they give her a working uterus so she can bleed once a month. Bet you she changed her mind.
Yep.
And
I want to go back to a man.
Baby, let me tell you, Eve is on sight when I get into heaven.
You don't want that. Yeah.
Okay.
They want that once a month.
Man, I tell you what, when I die and I go to heaven and I see Eve, I'm punching that heifer in the face.
Emotional damage.
Get out. Like, I'm just saying, like,
I knew you was gonna do that, so I was just trying to give you a chance to reconsider.
Right?
Look, I know I'm going to hell for what I said. I know I am.
Like, bitch,
I think
that good.
I think at the end of it all is the LGBTQ community, the people who are sane should talk to these people. They're not vocal. What we're hearing is a very small percentage of the LGBTQ or transgenders are speaking on these shows about how it is to be a woman. There's many women. No, come on, stop. Like, if anything, keep that to yourself. You don't need to be going on these shows. You don't need to talk to Dr. Phil on The View and tell about you as a transgender saying how it feels to be a woman to another woman, or even there's another topic we can have a whole podcast about, transgender athletes joining women. Come on, man. there's
I want to shout out Flame Monroe. She's doing an excellent job.
yeah.
She's speaking out so hard, saying that just because I'm transgender, that do not make me a natural woman. I would never be able to bleed like a natural woman. I would never be able to go through a lot of things that natural women go through.
Yeah.
And she tries so hard, but I applaud her. I salute her for what she's doing, because she is one of the ones that is speaking up constantly. And
funny
I feel like she's doing it by herself, and it's not right that she's doing it by herself. More people need to be on that front line with her and speak up, because she shouldn't be doing it by herself. Like I said, I salute Flame. I love Flame for what she's doing, because she know that a lot of and it's the younger, it's the it's the babies in the LGBTQ community that's got a chip on their shoulders, and they need to listen at Flame. They need to listen at T.S. Madison and learn from these two.
Yeah,
because
you're correct. I mean, if you look at the people speaking up right now, what generation are they coming from? Right?
There you go. And it's the generation.
Millennials above, millennials and above, the Gen Zs, mainly the early Gen Zs, speaking up and saying, I'm non-binary, I am a woman, I belong in the women's sports, blah, 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 blah. There's more than one type of woman. I'm like, come on, man.
Belonging in women's sports, that's not good either.
Right.
Their muscular makeup is totally different.
Right. When I used to run track, and if I turned to the side and saw somebody with Adam's apple, I'm quitting. Bitch, I ain't running against you.
Thank you.
Against insane Bolt.
Right. Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Exactly. And I don't think that a guy that transitioned from a guy to a girl should compete in women's sports. I just don't, because you're still, even though you transition from a man to a woman, you still stronger than that natural woman.
Because
you can hurt somebody.
Yeah, because you're talking about a higher level of sports. This is not like middle school or T-ball where there was, girls playing on baseball, because they haven't fully developed yet. By the time you're 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, whatever, you're a fully developed man or woman, and mostly the men that's having a problem transferring to a female, and you want to be an athlete at a higher level. No, man, it's nearly, you're going to kill somebody, or you're going to, I think it was one of the sisters, the tennis,
Serena.
Yeah, Serena. He said the 203rd ranking man, she couldn't even beat him.
Wow.
Right.
The 203rd ranking tennis pro men.
Imagine being playing tennis and your dick get hard. You know what I'm saying? It's just
right.
Sorry.
And it's skirt.
Well, that's a whole new level.
Imagine playing soft.
Disgusting.
Imagine a transgender man playing softball with all those other women.
Jesus, somebody gonna get hurt.
You up there running and your balls just, I don't know. I want a tennis skirt.
But when I first saw Serena, I thought she was a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? But then I heard all the jokes over the years of people saying, "Oh, that's not a real woman. That's a man." All because of her physical body. Like she works hard.
That's an athlete,
She's an athlete, so she's gonna have abs. She's gonna have thick calves and muscles, because she worked hard to make sure that she's the best as she can be. But that don't make her a woman. And I've heard the jokes over the years. I'm like, how in the world do she deal with it? Like, what's her mental state when she hears this stuff over the years? Like, you must have been born a man.
No, I know what her mental state was. Think about it. She's from Compton. Say it to her.
Yes, she is.
From LA. And all that shit, they won't say it to her face.
They really won't.
They gonna
They
catch
really won't.
skibbity pats for real. They know better.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
that's the thing. I'm sure her being from Compton, I'm sure she got a couple of lines of defense before it got to her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna just sit there and say it. So they can do those little Twitter fingers and their keyboard gangster and whatever.
But they'll never
They
say
won't-
it to her
they
face.
won't say that to her face. You
Never.
take a little dig on her,
I
like,
wouldn't.
but at the
All
same
right.
that's what gets me about. I mean, how are a whole bunch of people that were, I guess, considered transgendered or identify as being transgendered, meet or hanging around different women and stuff like that to get their mannerisms, stuff like that too, and then come back.
Yeah.
That don't make sense to me.
Mm.
I mean, I knew a guy that transitioned from a man to a female, and he hung around us as females because he wanted to do it in a respectful way. He wanted to not get our mannerisms, but he wanted to know exactly how to become a female and do it respectfully, have class, dignity, the stuff that we go through. He wanted to learn. He wanted to figure out what type of female he wanted to be. And I'm still friends with him to this day. And he is one of the people that I know that is not with what the younger generation is doing right now. He cannot believe that some of the transgender women are actually out here being disrespectful. He just don't get it. He was like, when he was transitioning, he had respect for natural born women, and he said the ones that are coming up, they need to be doing the same thing and stop trying to divide the community, because that's what the younger generation is doing. You're dividing the community that you say you're part of.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
You're pushing a point that's super debatable, and it's unnecessary.
right.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to change.
Right.
Why change? Why change all of us? You know?
Right. And I
You know?
mean, they try. So I mean, and just be yourself. And if you are yourself, you will be accepted. You don't have to try so hard to make somebody accept you, because everybody's not gonna like you, whether you're transgender, natural woman, natural man. Somebody's gonna accept you no matter what. But don't try so hard to fit in, because when you try hard to fit in, then you alienate everybody.
Yes.
And you're disrespecting people. So just be respectful and learn from the people that you're trying to become.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Learn from the elders, Gen Zs.
Right.
And
all right.
Unfortunately, I'm an elder. But
we all elders here. Maybe not Anthony. All right, D3, you ready?
Yeah,
we're doing that.
Yeah, let's get it. Yeah. Well, for those of y'all that know me, I got questions. I question everything, because one thing that I learned from my dad was sometimes you have to question the answers. Just because somebody gives you shit don't mean you gotta take it.
There you go.
It is what it is. So, in light of the certain topics that we talked about today, the question I got is pretty simple. When it comes to dating, or when it comes to your lifestyle, what red flags pop up when you see other people doing something that you wouldn't do? Me personally, what made me attractive to my wife was the fact that she didn't need me to do nothing. And I had the avenue to want to do things for her. So again, for those people that are single, or those people that happen to be in relationships, what was a red flag for you when it came to someone else, whether you're with them or not? I'm D3 and I'm all in your business. And please understand that, we do send chitlin loaves for Christmas gifts. That's how we get down.
You know what?
Oh,
man.
I make my whole households too.
Oh,
red flag.
Red flag.
When you go to a restaurant and the way your friends or date treats the servers.
That's a really good
because I've been a server before. I've been a waiter. I've been Chili's manager before, and so they work hard for, they work hard and work money, and they earn they earn your respect, and then the
Right.
way people treat them, that's a red flag.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like nothing's ever right. Like it doesn't matter. Like it's not right.
Mhm.
Like I don't like this. It don't have enough salt. I mean, you can. There's a way to ask to do things, and there's a way to.
Yeah. That's true. Cause I've seen the same thing when I've been at restaurants, and I'm like, why are you? Cause I was on a date with this guy, and this guy, the way he treated the waiter, it was so messed up, and I had to tell him at the table. I embarrassed him. I said, the way you treat her, how would you feel if somebody treated your mom like that?
Yeah.
She's making pennies, and she's trying to make a living, and you're disrespecting her. Every time she comes to the table, you're asking her to bring you something, and that's not cool. Don't treat nobody like that. This is and I just started fooling with him
The
altogether.
way he asked, because I mean, when they come to the table, I mean, you may want something.
Yeah.
But I mean, is it the way he was talking to the person?
It was the way in which he was talking to her, because like they had salt and pepper on the table, and he hid the salt and pepper
Really?
and asked the girl to go get salt and
What?
pepper.
Why would
I
he do
said,
that?
you
Why do you do
fool.
that?
He did it just to be an asshole. And I
Uh,
told the girl, I said, girl, we got salt and pepper at the table. It just in the chair next to him. He just want to be an asshole. I said, if she spit in your food, don't you say nothing to me, because you deserve it. Stop treating
He's
people
trying to
like
be
that.
funny. Like,
Huh? He was trying to be funny, and he was trying to give the girl a hard time. And you could tell she was already having a hard time. You could tell she was not herself. Even though I didn't know the girl, you could just look at somebody and just tell that they are about to snap. And I told him, I said, you shouldn't be doing that. So when the bill came, I gave her a $30 tip, and he got mad because I gave her a $30 tip. I said, that's my money. I do what I want with it, and she deserved that tip with all the shit that you just put her through.
Right? Yeah, he got anger issues for real.
He's got anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had to stop dealing with somebody like that, because if I'm out with you and you're doing something like that, then the wait staff gonna think I'm the same way, and I'm not like that at all. Because I have respect for everybody. Even though I've never been a waiter, I got friends that used to do that type of job, and I know the money that they made, and it wasn't enough to pay a bill.
Exactly, because some nights it's like hit or miss. I worked at TGI Fridays part time, and I was like, understanding like every. So I will tip a person regardless of what's going on, because you never know how the kitchen is, if the kitchen's running slow or something like that.
yeah.
It's not they didn't cook the food. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
When you're complaining to like the server or whatever, it's like they try to go back and do what they need to do and everything. Yeah, it's not their
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as working at Chili's before, you can read them if the restaurant is busy or not busy. You know what I'm saying? So if they're struggling, it's busy. I'm extra nice to the waiters and waitresses. And so you're understandable. Some people don't read that. Some people don't understand that, how hard they work. They're on their feet for hours, and stuff, and they gotta feed their family. They live on tips. They're only getting paid like $4 an hour, or some crazy number like that.
Right.
And they gotta share that with the bus boys. They gotta split all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, quick shout out to Chuck. Chuck was one of the comedians from last week.
Out of DC.
Out of DC.
What's up, Chuck?
Yeah,
What's
Chuck.
up, Chuck?
hey,
Bama.
Yeah. What out, young? What out, young?
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Coach Anthony, you gonna wrap it up for us?
Sure. Yeah, I got it. All right, everybody. So, name's Anthony, from the host of the About That Water podcast show, obviously co-hosting here. So, one of the things that I want to leave you all today is that to understand that we were talking about, doing things and being the right person and showing your best self around everybody, no matter who you are around. But one of the things is that you have to actually train to do that. instead of just trying. So when it comes to training, you understand that the regimen is to do that. That means that you're doing it rain, sleet, snow, hail, whatever it is. You're pretty much like the mailman. You go to job when it rain, hail, sleet, snow sometimes, depending on your job, but you're training to be better. If you want to see results, you have to train for those. You can't try. It's like showing up to a race match, saying that you're trying to race with Usain Bolt at the 200 meter, and he's already old and grumpy, but you already know you trained for that, and you're just trying, and you really expect to make a difference? No. So remember, when you're trying to when you're training to get better with your finances, you're doing the work. You're putting in the homework. You're at least putting in that 20 minutes a day, which we already know is at 1% out of the whole day, just to focus on your finances or focus on whatever it is that you're training to do. If you want to become an author, surround yourself with people that are authors. Start studying what authors do. They write in their journals. They actually start reading other people's articles, understanding the breakout of the sentence structure. These are the things that you need to understand, the jargon that's utilized. Like when you're training, you're training. So there's no more try anymore. So all of you who are listening right now, just understand that it is not a training situation. You're training, okay? You want to be a better husband and a better wife? Hang around married people that are idling that sense of mentality. Make sure that you're training to be a better husband, a better wife, training to get those six-pack abs by eating healthy, understanding the language again, understanding your body. These are things that you need to do. So I want to leave you today with something that you can actually take action on right now, which is before you go to bed, just write down the thing, just one thing that you're training on for this week, for this month, or whatever. Just write it down and say, hey, I am blank. That means that you're no longer trying, you're doing. And that's what I want to leave you with today. Thanks.
Nice. I've been training to have a baby for 20 something years. So
You know what?
I'm always training.
Are you keeping your nets cool?
I've been wearing boxers.
Okay. September he gonna watch. September he gonna be like, y'all think I can take over the show tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna be washing my balls. I know that fact. So
Put collard green juice.
No dingleberries in this household.
Let's manifest, y'all. Let's manifest. Let's be positive. Let's be kind to one another.
Yeah.
Enough people that's kind to one another, and that's really important to me.
Corner, when you coming up here?
Yeah.
I know, man.
That
Train. Well, we've been training for a long time. We have DJs here, podcasters, radio DJs. We've got a comedian, one of the best comedians in the East. But yeah, we do this. We banter. We love your support. We have several casters here. Please support, share, like, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything unless I'm doing this. I want you to give me some roses.
Shaquana's podcast is Laughs and Libations.
There you go.
Laughs and Libations.
And also her tip jar. You have that, Floyd, too? Did you send it to?
What picture?
Yes,
The tip jar. The what do you call it?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on the it's on the YouTube thing there. Tip jar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, all of that shit.
there you go.
All right. Carla, D3, Coach Anthony from About That Wallet, and our guest, always lovely to have her here, Shaquana.
Stay on so we can talk after the show, okay?
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
We hope you enjoyed the show today. Do us a favor and click on the like button or share our podcast. Thanks for listening. Till next time, we are Highway 54.